Right now, as I speak to you, the level of social education in Nigeria is very, very poor. The level of political education in Nigeria is also very poor. This education are things that are very, very key, which is supposed to be instilled in the youth, children from that childhood. You understand? They make you know that look, the person who is in this leadership is supposed to be answerable to you, the masses, because whatever he's doing there is as a result of the money that you have given to him. It's like an employee to you, and you are his employer. But around our climb, especially in Nigeria today, the youths are not aware of this. They see the politician, the leader, as a god who has come to save them. So now, when you're looking at that God, no matter what he does, no matter how badly he performs, no matter how negative his decisions are impacting your life, because of the way you see him,
you can't find a fault with
you can't find a fault. Even when you do find a fault, even when they do find some fault, they don't have the onus to speak up. So now you see an army of young people who could actually rely on the strength in their number to make a change, who are praise singers to people who are actually killing them.
But how do you put this side by side? Because we've seen young people come out to campaign and actively involved in other ventures that may not be political. For instance, we have reality TV shows. I wouldn't say I was shocked, but then I saw youths protesting for one of the housemates for the recently concluded one of a reality show, and saying, "Oh, if this," and then they came out and they were, and it brought up a lot of conversation because people were saying, "Oh, young people, you're doing this. We have big problems in the country, and these people, if we have elections, they wouldn't come out to demand for, or they wouldn't maybe have the thought to plan or mobilize themselves to say, let's do this." So is it that the youths aren't really interested, or they've lost interest in the governance system?
There are two different things here. Not being interested and not knowing are two different things. Do you understand? For instance, as long as you're a sane person, you don't have any psychological impairment, there is no way they will put something side by side. And you know that this one is of importance to me. If I actually choose this one, it will better my life over this other one. You understand? And then a sane person will leave the one that will add value to his life and go to pick the one that has little or nothing to do with him. But then if you don't know, in your state of confusion, you might just be going for the wrong things. Things that has less value, things that is of no importance. And that is exactly what we are seeing today. Though it is not just happening by chance, this is something that has been carefully orchestrated by this current generation of leadership. You understand? Because like today too, you look at, if you want to narrow down this issue to find out what is the root cause of it, you see that poverty too is playing a very important role in keeping us where we are today now. Because most times, some people have actually made some genuine efforts to try to reach out to this youth, to reawakening their consciousness. But because the people at the helm of affair has weaponized hunger and poverty, it becomes very hard. Right now, the people have been so hungry to a level that when you want to talk to them, the first thing that they want to hear is how much you are willing to give to them. At the very least, they want, every youth of today want to be sure that as he's going home, after listening to you, there is something that he can actually use to fill his stomach. And that is the biggest problem. Because the politicians and the leaders, they created this situation. Now they are aware that the people have been beaten to submission and there's ravaging poverty everywhere, hunger everywhere. So now they know that if you waive the least $500, which is even not up to $1 right now, you can get the youth to do whatever you want to do. And that's why if you call for an educative or educational seminar or program where you talk life into our youth, and then call for any political gathering side by side, you definitely find out that nobody will be at that venue as long as you're not sharing money. And every one of them will go to the political gathering because they feel that at the end of the day, something will be
At
given
the end
to
of the
them.
day, it's not the fact that they're even going there to scrutinize or listen to what the leader has to say and make up their decisions.
Nobody does.
At the end of the day, it's
let me
what they are sharing
let
for
me
the
even tell
various
you.
people.
Let me even tell you the biggest problem that we are even having, and that's why I still narrow it down to lack of proper education, social, political education, and the part of our youth. Now, today, in the both political divide, the two major parties that we have in this country, there is just one thing that they emphasize the most, and that's loyalty. And that's the biggest problem that we are having currently. Right now, the both parties emphasizes on loyalty. For you to have any say, or for you to be recognized, or for you to be seen as a good party man, you must be ready to surrender your intuition, your ability to discern what is right or
We'll
wrong.
speak more
It is
on this.
until you do that you'll be seen as a party person.